Hey guys, it's TheGameFaceHD here and welcome back to another FIFA 15 squad builder, and today I'm bringing you a really cheap BPL team. Now you will notice, if you do keep in touch with my channel, you'll notice a couple of players that I've kept from a previous squad build that I did, purely because I just thought they worked really well on the team, and they're also quite cheap as well. This team's worth about 15 grand, but you probably could actually get it for maybe less, so sort of 12, 13 grand, but if you do want it in the correct positions, it's probably going to cost you about 15 grand really. But let's move on to the team and let's have a look who we've got in goal to start off with. We have got Begovic as my goalkeeper, really good goalkeeper. I've not actually seen him make any mistakes really for us, which is really good to see. He's also quite cheap as well. If I just quickly check how much I got him for, it was 900 coins. Obviously the prices do change all the time, they might go up, they might go down, but a very solid goalkeeper. I'm glad to see he's rare and I'm glad to see he's 82 overall on this FIFA, because he is a decent goalkeeper and really showed that in some of the games that I played with him. We move on to the right back, and again, we might have actually seen this in the other one. I think we did. Coleman is my right back. I thought I'd keep with him because he's actually been really solid as well in my defence. He's got a good amount of pace. He actually feels a lot faster in the games that you play with him, and his defending, his dribbling and his passing are just all round. He's just an all-round card really for a right back. He's got really good dribbling for going forward as well, and works really well with that right mid that I'll be showing you as well, which you've probably already seen if you did watch my last squad builder. But move on to one of the centre backs. We'll go with the left hand side centre back first because he's the highest overall one, and it is Sacco. He is also left footed, I think. I hope I get that right. Yes, he is. So it kind of works that he's on the left side of the centre backs. Again, Saka's really good. He's got a good amount of pace. Again, feels a bit faster in game than his pace suggests. Defending and physical stats are obviously really good, and he's not particularly clumsy. I mean, he's nothing like he is in real life. Obviously, in game, he's a really good centre back and does some pretty good stops and things like that in the games that I played, and good interceptions and things like that. He does drive the ball forward quite nicely as well when he is in possession, if there is an opportunity to counter attack, because he does have a bit of pace. He is able to try and drive that attack quite nicely. We move on to the other centre back that I've got, and you're probably thinking Curtis Davis, and non-rare really, but again, he's got a good amount of pace, and it's one of the reasons why I've chosen him. But he's also such a solid player. He's really good at corners as well, obviously not taking them, but being in the box for a corner. Really good at heading them. You'll see a couple of goals, I think, I recorded of him scoring headers from corners. You'll see that after I've released the team. And again, another really good centre-back. I think he's right-footed. He is, and I was his first owner, so I've not had to buy him. But I imagine he's around 400 or 450 coins, something like that. Moving on to the left-back. And again, it is someone that I kept in the team from my previous squad builder. I think there's only maybe 2 or 3 more that I've kept in the team after, obviously, I've done the fullbacks. And Azpilicueta, again, got a good amount of pace, again feels faster in the game, and again defending and physical stats are really good. His passing and dribbling are obviously pretty good as well, and he's just a really good left back, really solid. He doesn't really make that many mistakes, very good at attacking, but he can also defend really well as well. And we will move on to, I think, the left mid we'll start off with, except he's the left winger, so I have remembered to change that, which is pretty good. I didn't expect to. My left winger is Varela. Now, again, you might not be expecting this one, but he does have a lot of pace, and that is one of the reasons why I've got him in the team, along with the fact he's good at shooting and he's good at dribbling, and he's also really cheap as well. 550 coins I got him for, so he's a really good player to have in the team, especially if you don't have many coins, maybe a starting FIFA or you're getting it for Christmas or whatever. He's a really good player to have in the team. Only 550 coins, maybe you can get him for 500, so he's really good for a starting team. These players are all so cheap. I mean, my most expensive player might actually be Azpilicueta at 2,400 coins, but he's probably gone down from that, and like I say, it's probably going to be worth less than 15 grand, so it's a really good team considering the value of it as well. I've only lost 1 game with it out of, I think, 5 or 6 games that I played, and other than that I've won every single game. Moving on to the right mid, we have Milares, who again was in my previous squad builder. I thought I'd keep with him because A, is cheap, only 1,800 if not less, and he's got a lot of pace. He's very good at shooting, very good at passing, and very good at dribbling. He's got the 4 main attributes that you look at for a midfielder or attacker, and he's got them really down to a T. I mean, you can see the amount of pace he's got there as his main stat, and then his dribbling as well. It's a great combination, especially down that right hand side, linking up with Coleman. It really just works very nicely, and again, I think he does contribute to a few goals, or at least assists anyway, that you might see in some of the clips. We move on to my CDMs. There's probably going to be a couple of surprise ones that I've got in CDM that maybe you probably wouldn't expect, and I wasn't expecting to put in the team really. But I've got a centre attacking mid. I've got Tadic actually in CDM. Now that is a bit of a strange one. Obviously his chemistry is not going to be the best. It's going to be something like 6, like you can see there, but he actually works really well there. And if you can change his position, obviously do, because with a high chemistry, it's obviously going to work better in that position. But surprisingly, Tadic works really well in that CDM position. You can move him up to centre attacking mid in game if you really wanted to, but I found that he does do really well in CDM. He's got very good passing and dribbling, and also a bit of pace as well, so he can attack. And yeah, he's just an all-round really good player, and you'll see him again in a few of the clips that I have. Moving on to the CDM, maybe slightly more obvious one if I was doing a cheap team. It's not necessarily a really obvious one, but for the price, maybe he is a bit more obvious. I've actually got Dembele as my other CDM. Nice and strong. He's 6'1", and he's got a decent amount of pace, and that is what you're looking for. It's really good to see sort of big players that have quite a lot of pace. So Yaya Toure is another one. He's quite tall, and he's got pace. He's kind of like sort of a cheaper Yaya Toure. He's got all the physical attributes and a little bit of pace, decent dribbling and passing as well. So he is pretty much the cheap version of Yaya Toure to get in your team. Really good in game. Moving on to the centre attacking mid, I've got Cabella. I used him in my other team that I had that was worth sort of 50 grand, something like that, which is on my channel as well. And again, he's a really good player. You can see that he's worth 1,700 coins. He's played 15, scored 9, and got 8 assists. So you can see how influential he is in the games, and he is just a really good quality centre attacking mid. Moving on to the last player in the team, we have Jovetic. Again, I think he scores probably the most goals in the team, as you'd expect. 23 goals in 15 games, along with 5 assists as well. So that's quite good, considering I've played 15 games with him in total. That's not just with this team that I've made. That's worth pointing out. Really good pace, good shooting, great passing, great dribbling. Again, just like Malares, he's got all the stats that you're really looking for an attacking player, and his physical attributes are pretty good as well, so he's able to get past defenders. And that is the team. So I've got some goals to show you coming up. I think I've probably got maybe 12 goals, if not a few more, to show you after this. So thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this, then please go leave a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you do decide to build the team, and give me any suggestions that you might want me to do in the next video that I do in the next squad builder, which should be coming up shortly. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.